Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. A special court in Pathankot awards life imprisonment to 3 and 5-year jail to 3 others in Kathua rape and murder case. Veteran playwright and actor Girish Karnad passes away in Bengaluru. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to hold bilateral meetings with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping on sidelines of SCO Summit in Bishkek, Afghanistan to be one of the focus areas. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal calls for de-escalating trade tensions and reviving confidence in the multilateral trading system. Former Pakistan President Asif Zardari arrested in fake bank accounts case. And in the ICC Cricket World Cup, match between South Africa and West Indies at Southampton called off due to rain. A special court in Pathankot awarded life imprisonment to 3 of the 6 convicts in the gang rape and murder case of an 8-year-old nomadic girl in Kathua district of Jammu and Kashmir. District and Session Judge Tejwinder Singh also imposed a fine of 3,70,000 rupees on each of the 3 convicts. The 3 other convicts were sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. A fine of 50,000 rupees each was imposed on them. More from our correspondent.
Sanji Ram, Special Police Officer Deepak Khajuria and Pravesh Kumar as civilian were convicted under Rambir Penal Code sections pertaining to criminal conspiracy, murder, kidnapping, gang rape, destruction of evidence, drugging the victim and common intention. They were sentenced to life imprisonment for murder and gang rape. Their 3 accomplices, Sub-Inspector Anand Datta, Head Constable Tilak Raj and Special Police Officer Surendra Verma, who were convicted for destruction of evidence, were handed over 5 years imprisonment. Sanji Ram's son Vishal Jangotra was acquitted. The case had led to outrage across the country in January last year, with some groups in Jammu also coming out in support of the accused. R.K. Rana, AR News, Jammu.
A local court in Jharkhand sentenced 11 convicts to life imprisonment in connection with a gang rape case. A fine of 20,000 rupees each was also imposed on the convicts, and the total amount will be given to the victim. The case relates to the gang rape of a 19-year-old girl in Dumka district in 2017. Veteran playwright and actor Girish Karnad passed away in Bengaluru this morning due to multi-organ failure. He was 81. His mortal remains were consigned to flames at a crematorium in the presence of his family members and friends. A Rhodes Scholar, the renowned actor served as the director of the Film and Television Institute of India and the National Academy of Performing Arts. He was conferred the Gyanpith Award for his lifetime contributions to Kannada literature. Karnad was also conferred the Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Karnataka government's Rajyotsav Award. We have a report.
Girish Karnad was an iconic figure who has to his credit some classic plays in cinema, starting from his acting and screenwriting debut in Samskara based on the novel by U.R. Anantmurthy to his acting in Malgudi Days and Tiger Jinda Hai. He had never failed to impress the discerning audience. The plays like Nagamandala, Yayati, Taledanda, Hayavadana, Tuglak and movies like Vamsha Ruksha based on S.L. Bhairappa's novel, Kuempu's Kanuru Heggadati, Tabbali Neenade Magane, Vandanondu Kaladalli and critically acclaimed award-winning movie Kadu created a new benchmark in the world of theatre and cinema. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
President Ramnath Kovind, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar have expressed grief over the demise of the noted artist. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold bilateral meetings with Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin on the sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO Summit to be held on the 14th of this month at Bishkek in Kyrgyzstan. Addressing media in New Delhi, Secretary West A. Gitesh Sharma has said several important issues including counter-terrorism, extremism and multilateral economic cooperation will be discussed during the SCO Summit.
This organization, SCO, represents approximately 42% of the world's population, 22% of its land area, and 20% of its GDP. For us, it is a structured platform to engage with Central Asian countries. Some of the important issues that are taken up within the framework of SCO include counterterrorism, Afghanistan, separatism, extremism, and there are several streams within which cooperation is developed and furthered.
Mr. Sarma said Afghanistan will be one of the focus areas in the summit. This will be Mr. Modi's first multilateral summit after his re-election as the Prime Minister. In reply to a media query, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Ravish Kumar said no meeting is planned between Prime Minister Modi and Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan on the sidelines of the SCO Summit. West Bengal Governor Keshrinath Tripathi met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi today. Mr. Tripathi also met Home Minister Amit Shah. Talking to reporters after the meetings, the West Bengal Governor said he apprised the Prime Minister and Home Minister about the prevailing situation in the state. On the possibility of imposition of President's rule in West Bengal, the Governor said there was no such discussion during his meetings. Mr. Tripathi met the Prime Minister and Home Minister for the first time after the Lok Sabha elections. The Governor's visit to the national capital came after the centre yesterday expressed deep concern over continuing violence in the state following the general elections. Post-poll violence has claimed nearly a dozen lives so far in West Bengal. Meanwhile, the BJP is observing a statewide Black Day in West Bengal. The party has called a 12-hour bandh in the Bushirhat subdivision in protest against the murder of two of their party workers and the deteriorating law and order situation in the state. No untoward incident has been reported. A 6-member Central Intelligence Bureau team made an independent inquiry at Najhat in Sandesh Khali. The team said they would submit their report to the Home Ministry. 3 FIRs were lodged in the Najhat Thana today by the family members of the 2 slain BJP workers and 1 who was missing. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee held an administrative meeting at the State Secretariat Nabanno today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today interacted with all secretaries to the Union Government at his residence in New Delhi. The Prime Minister said that all departments must seek to leverage the upcoming milestone of 75 years of independence, which can inspire people to make a contribution for the betterment of the country. He urged everyone to hit the ground running to fulfill the aspirations of the people. During the interaction, various secretaries shared their vision and ideas on subjects such as administrative decision-making, agriculture, rural development and Panchayati Raj, IT initiatives, education reform, healthcare, industrial policy, economic growth and skill development. Union Ministers Rajnath Singh, Amit Shah, Nirmala Sitharaman and Dr. Jitendra Singh were present in the meeting. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has called for de-escalating trade tensions and reviving confidence in the multilateral trading system. He also urged several countries to grant reciprocal market access for Indian products. The minister held a series of bilateral talks in the Japanese city of Tsukuba with representatives of the US, UK, China, Japan, France, Singapore, Canada, Australia and the European Union. The meetings were held on the sidelines of the 2-day G20 ministerial meeting on trade and digital economy, which began on the 8th of this month. During the bilateral meetings, Mr. Goyal said slowdown in global trade and investment is of serious concern to all as it affects economic growth, development and job creation. Former Pakistani President Asif Ali Zardari has been arrested by the country's top anti-corruption body in a fake bank accounts case. A National Accountability Bureau team, accompanied by police, arrested the Pakistan People's Party co-chairman from his residence in Islamabad. The arrest came after the Islamabad High Court rejected an application seeking extension in the pre-arrest bails of the former president and his sister Faryal Talpur in the case. However, his sister Faryal has not been arrested so far. The former president is accused of operating fake bank accounts to transfer money out of Pakistan. Back home, the International Centre for Automotive Technology ICAT today released India's first BS BS6 certification in the two-wheeler segment. ICAT Director Dinesh Tyagi handed over the certificate to the top officials of original equipment manufacturer Hero Motorcore Limited at a function in New Delhi. A report from our correspondent.
In order to curb air pollution through the vehicular emissions, the government has decided to leapfrog from existing BS4 norms to the BS6 norms. ICAT Director Dinesh Tyagi said that the previous government in 2016 had decided to implement BS6 across India in all 2, 3 and 4-wheelers, including car, trucks and buses. BS6 norms will come into effect from 1st April 2020. This means that only those vehicles which comply with these norms will be sold and registered in India from 1st April next year onwards. BS6 norms are the most stringent norms which are at par with the global standard. With Ansuman Mishra, Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
Severe heat wave continued to grip north and central regions of the country even as the monsoon advanced in the southern state of Kerala yesterday. Most places in Rajasthan witnessed around 45 degrees Celsius. At Churu, the mercury crossed the 50 degrees Celsius mark today.
According to Met Department, Churu recorded maximum 50.3 degrees Celsius temperature today. Number of patients suffering from seasonal diseases, flu and heat stroke are continuously increasing day by day. To provide them immediate treatment and relief, special arrangements have been made at different government hospitals. Medical department has issued advisory for not going outside except emergency situation. Sudarshan Nahar, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Uttar Pradesh, Banda was the hottest place with 49.2 degrees Celsius, breaking records of several years. Our correspondent has the details.
In Bundelkhand, shortage of water may be easily seen, where people have to spare a lot of time to fetch water from very distant places. District administration in several districts have issued advisories to cope up with the heat, and pamphlets are being distributed in public. The meteorological department has issued warning of severe heat wave condition in next 2 days in the state. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Jammu and Kashmir, an army jawan was martyred while another was injured as Pakistani forces resorted to mortar shelling and firing along the line of control in Poonch district of Jammu today. Defence sources told AIR that Pakistani forces started unprovoked firing and shelling, targeting Indian positions and civilian areas in Shahpur sector around 4 p.m. this evening. Troops guarding the borderline retaliated effectively, and the exchange of fire lasted for about 2 hours. At the stock markets, key indices rose for the second straight day today. A report.
The Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange added 169 points or 0.4% to close at 39,785. The Nifty advanced 52 points to 11,923. At the Forex market, the rupee depreciated 19 paise to 69.65 against the dollar. Gold rose 110 rupees to 33,730 rupees per 10 grams in Delhi. And Brent crude futures slipped 40 cents to trade at $62.89 a barrel. V. Ravi Kumar for AIR News.
The News Services Division of All India Radio and its weekly bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak will bring you a discussion tonight on Rabdadan Mahadan. It can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. Indian all-rounder Yuvraj Singh has announced his retirement from all forms of cricket, bringing down the curtain on a glittering career. Announcing his decision in Mumbai today, the 37-year-old cricketer listed the 2011 World Cup triumph, getting 6 sixes in an over against England in the 2007 T20 edition and his first Test 100 against Pakistan at Lahore in 2004 as special moments of his career. In the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, South Africa and the West Indies were forced to split the 2 points after their match was called off due to heavy rain in Southampton this evening. Quinton de Kock on 17 and captain Faf du Plessis with no score were batting when rain interrupted the match. In hockey, India defeated Uzbekistan 10-0 in the FIH men's final series at the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar. With this win, India has booked a semi-final spot. Akashdeep Singh was declared man of the match. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. A special court in Pathankot awards life imprisonment to 3 and 5-year jail to 3 others in Kathua rape and murder case. Veteran playwright and actor Girish Karnad passes away in Bengaluru. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to hold bilateral meetings with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping on sidelines of SCO Summit in Bishkek, Afghanistan to be one of the focus areas. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal calls for de-escalating trade tensions and reviving confidence in the multilateral trading system. Former Pakistan President Asif Zardari arrested in fake bank accounts case. And in the ICC Cricket World Cup, match between South Africa and West Indies at Southampton called off due to rain. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.